Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up, guys? It's Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert. Do your own research. Okay, so today let's just go ahead and review BTC USD on the 1 day. Obviously, we are seeing some negative moves right now, and people are freaking out. I don't really think that much has really changed over the last few days from a overall macro point of view. I still believe that this is kind of a bottom forming, similar to what we saw back in May and June and July, where we saw this big move down from 60 to 30K, and then price chopped around for several months and found a bottom, and then we moved all the way up to all-time high levels. Currently, right now, I did a tweet the other day too, saying that even if this is the overall bottom, kind of this area around this 39K area, 39 to 40K. I mean, this is really it's very similar in my opinion. Um, if it was the bottom, then we were going to get other opportunities to buy this a little bit lower than what price was currently at, around 44. And the reason why I said that is because when you look at previous bottoms, they all give you multiple opportunities to enter. And these bottoms usually take a long time to form in general, depending on the context. So when we're looking at the context here, where price made this big move from 70K to 40K, price will take a long time to chop around, especially when this true bottom forms. And again, I don't know if this is the absolute bottom in terms of the midterm. I do believe that 39.5K is a significant level. As you can see, it's the swing low back in September. And this overall low was an area that I constantly viewed for many weeks, just because I really did not want to lose this area. And the reason why is because this was the last significant low, in my opinion, on the way back up. And breaking this level would have meant a lower low, which obviously, from a market structure perspective, that is a very scary thing. With that said, I did look back at some of the previous price action that we saw back in January and the May price action. And overall, I saw that on some charts, not all, some of these lows did get got broken. As you can see here, this low got broken on the BitMEX chart. Depends on the exchange overall in terms of what you're looking at, but on many exchanges, this did get wicked. And theoretically, this could have been a lower low compared to that last consolidation back in January. And I I was looking at that overall, but because even though it got wicked out, price still maintained this overall low, and it didn't go lower on higher time frame charts. So to me, that was still pretty. This was encouraging to see, in the sense that I can look back to see this consolidation. Um, and even if this breaks and it goes to somewhat like somewhere maybe, I don't know, 37K or something like that, then there is still a possibility of this just like still bottoming out and still maintaining its still bullish market structure. Now, overall, I do think that the bottom is mostly in. I want to clarify that. I also want to say that I don't believe that we're going to go to like 30K or something from here. I think that it's more likely that we see, if we are going to 30K, then I think we see something like this, where we chop down, consolidate, run highs to 55 to 60,000, and then break down to 30K. At that point, this is entirely possible. But just going straight to 30K from here is going to be very, very surprising, and I do not believe that this is going to happen. Several reasons why people got liquidated on this move. We have been consolidating and chopping around for quite some time. I will be very surprised if this goes to 30K or so from here. As I said, if it is entirely possible that we go to 55 to 60K first and then go to 30K, but I'll play level to level. My overall macro idea still remains the same, though. I do believe that this, or 37K, is the bottom. I do believe that we are going to see price action similar to what we saw back in July and August, where we saw this bottom form and then we just went up. And the reason why it just went up so strongly at this point, for a few reasons. Number one, it consolidated for such a long time. It really took out a lot of the sellers. Like everybody that was selling sold in this range, and everybody capitulated. And the people that capitulated too in this range um, were the survivors of people that already got wiped out from the 60 to 30K move. Lots and lots of people got wiped out on that move, and then more people got they got taken out during this overall move down here as well. And similar to this, I do believe that this will bottom out relatively around 37 to and maybe even now 39K. I don't know where it's going to bottom, but I do believe that the relative bottom is in. I am waiting for price to go ahead and spike up and then hit some sort of like lower high. This is going to be very similar to what we saw back in September here. This hit a lower high compared to the May highs. And this was very normal. This is very normal price action. And to me, the big confirmation was when we hit this higher low here compared to some of the consolidation. And the ultimate confirmation was when we broke this high here to form a higher high. So this breaking of 53K, this to me was a bullish market structure, a break in market structure as we break this high. And it's a higher high confirmed. And at this point, we are still in a bullish market structure, in my opinion, for now. So, as I said before, my plan is to watch this consolidate, chop around, form a bottom, hit some sort of lower high around $55,000 to $60,000. People will be saying, "Oh, this was going to all-time highs at that point," and then I'm really going to see where the bottom is, where the next low is formed. So I believe the next low will probably form, I don't know, like 45 to 50K or something like that. And then we just continue higher. Very similar to this overall September price action. This is like a blueprint of what I'm looking for. I really believe that this is going to move very similarly. I do believe that we are going to form some sort of base here, and now we will go higher. So yeah, that's kind of my overall plan. I am going to de-risk a lot of altcoins on this move around 60K because I don't know if this will break down. Because it's, as I said before, it's entirely possible that price hits this lower high, and then kind of has like some weak bounces, and then we eventually take out the low. And at that point, this is like a bearish market structure, in my opinion, because at that point we'd have a lower high and a lower low on higher time frame charts. But to me, this is still maintaining its overall structure. And of course, market structure is very subjective as well. It depends on what time frame you're looking at. It depends on like kind of your like what you're looking at from a macro standpoint and what you view as high and low. Like for me, as I say in the past, like the market moves in three directions: either a trending bull market, like what we saw back in January to April, a bear market, which we saw from May to June, and a consolidation ranging market is what we saw in the summer from May to August, or May to July, I'm sorry. So for now, I do believe we are in this kind of ranging price action currently, and I am of the opinion that we see some sort of lower high followed by a higher low. That's kind of my overall plan for Bitcoin, and in the short term, we will see. I think we're going to see altcoins really do as Bitcoin does, in the sense that if Bitcoin starts pulling back, we're going to see altcoins pull back even harder. This is normally just the standard way of things. It's higher beta, and overall, I am looking at coins such as Phantom. So I'll look at Phantom right now. I think Phantom and like Near. Those are my two kind of coins that I'm looking at. I'll briefly look at Phantom just because everybody loves this coin so much. Okay, so what are we looking at? I'll just go to a higher time frame point of view here. So what did we see? We saw Phantom, this overall resistance level on the daily. This blew off top in late October, October 27th. This was a resistance area. Price came back up, tapped it again in November, and had a very big breakdown, all the way from $3 all the way down to 120. So it obviously like broke down quite a bit. And then now it had a nice consolidation period from December all the way to the end of December for a few weeks. And then it now is going very strong again. Wicked up again at the beginning of January and again broke above. But I am very bullish on this coin for several reasons, but the biggest one is just a fundamental reason with Danny and Andre. I believe that all the Phantom coins on their ecosystem are going to do pretty well, but usually the underlying token, meaning Phantom, is going to be the strongest in this situation. So even though we saw a daily close above this key $315 level or so, we are breaking down below it now. In terms of some overall entries, this right here is an aggressive entry in my opinion. This current area, you can see it's the swing high on the 4-hour, and price tapped it several times, as you can see. You can see, it couldn't break through this level several times, and it was really just this wick here. So you can, as I said before, you see these wicks form very strong tops and bottoms usually. So, like for instance, if this gets tapped to get this $2, this area will provide strong support. And alternately, when you see wicks like this, they usually will provide strong resistance. And of course, it's contextual too. Like if you see like a big blow off top, like here, like a massive wick, like this, then that wick will provide very strong resistance in the future, generally speaking. So this right here would be a aggressive first entry in my opinion, but if I were to really target this one, I would look for this high volume node. This is volume profile as an indicator. 290 or so is the area that I would view. Kind of this 285 to 290 area. This is the area that I would really look to go ahead and buy. And if Bitcoin really shits the bed hard, then I would look for a little bit lower, somewhat similar to like this 250 area. I think this would be line up with the 4-hour EMA and kind of this overall low volume node here. And usually the low volume nodes are good points of bounce, and but they usually do get filled in too. That's like a little off topic. But anyways, FTM is a very strong coin. This is the one that I would look at. 290 is where I would start to bid though. I know this overall chart is a little bit choppy, but anyways, I am working with just one monitor right now. I know first world problems. I am in Puerto Rico now, so enjoying this overall move, and we'll hopefully get my second monitor in a few weeks. So we'll hopefully get some better quality content at that point. Thank you for watching, guys, and thank you so much for the support.